Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn Landscape. I am on my way to the irrigation job. I had to take care of something at the house before I left, so I'm on my way up there. It is about 3:45 or so, and it's about 92 degrees, something like that, 91, 92 degrees. So good and hot. It's going to be muggy, and hopefully there's some lake breeze blowing up here when I get up here. So, I took some time while I was at the house because I had a good shady spot to park in, and I put together some of the barbs in the little 90-degree fittings and put the flex pipe on them for the sprinkler heads. So I went on ahead and kind of took care of that and organized my little carry box that I carry around. It has some of my pipe fittings and stuff in it so that I can keep them with me without having to keep walking back to another box or something, like that. So I kind of got that stuff set up and got myself somewhat a little organized to get off to a good start up here. And so hopefully my goal is I'm going to clean out the last of the ditches that's got to be cleaned out on the other side of the house, and then once I get that done, I've already got the lines to the back corner of the house that y'all saw yesterday for zones 4 and 5. So once I get the ditches cleaned out, I'll probably go ahead and run the rest of those two zones, and then I will just run zone 6 in its entirety from the valve assembly all the way over to the zone. So, and we're going to see where I'm at with pipe when I get done. So usually pretty good estimate or estimating when I do my estimates on my pipe. So I think the last job I did, I probably had, it was about 1,400 feet of pipe, and I think I had about 60 feet left, something like that. 50 to 70 feet left, somewhere in that range. So roughly 2.5. Oh, bro! Dang, buddy! Somebody just drove straight across the road in front of me, so I thought they might wait a minute, but apparently not. Woo. I'm awake, but yeah, I think, which is about 2.5 sticks, which isn't bad. You figure 50 foot, so basically $10 worth of pipe, $10 to $15 worth of pipe, which those can be used for other things. If I got a piece or two left over, or if the customer wants it, I've left some there. I think the best one I had was I think I did a 900 foot job, and I think I had 2 sticks left, a little less than 2 sticks left, something like that. So usually pretty good at doing estimates, walking it off, measuring it. So we'll see how good I do on this one. And once I get that done, hopefully I will get all the pipe in and start doing a lot of the covering up as far as the initial covering up. So basically I'll take and I'll maybe go over this when I get up there again, but I'll basically just take a hard rake and walk down the trenches, down the trench one way and back up on the other side, and just pull the dirt into the trench on top of the pipe, and then initially probably just kind of step it down to pack it a little bit. And once I do that, then I'll probably going back up there tomorrow or the next day, whenever that is. When I get to that point, I'll be taking the 1025 back up there and basically just using a bucket to move some dirt and kind of mounding it up a little bit loosely on top of the trenches, and then taking the tractor to kind of drive over it and pack it on down real good, and then just smooth it out with the bucket. So I'll go over that again. But I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribe to the channel. Everybody who's watched and commented on the recent videos, been getting some good feedback and questions. One question I want to cover here in the beginning. I know Mr. Gerald asked this, I think yesterday, if I use the Teflon tape on the plastic to plastic fittings. I do not use it on the barbs. So when I screw the barbs into the fitting, that's a slightly different type of material, and as long as you get them good and snug down tight, it seals itself off real good. Now if I was doing a like say a male adapter fitting that's threaded into say a female coupling at a junction, if I had to do something like that, then on a fitting like that, or like you saw on the backflow where you have the male fitting going into the backflow assembly, which is into the brass, I will do it on that. So that's how I do it. That's how I've always done it. Some people may do it on everything. I've just never seen the need to use that much the Teflon tape just to do all of those barb fittings at the end of the lines. So, and I've never had an issue with one that tightened down. Probably I've never had an issue with one leaking. So yeah, just wanted to cover that one. Shout out to Mr. Gerald, Clean and Green Lawn Service, Mr. Gerald Green. He brought that one up in the comments, so I want to kind of cover that part of it. So it's a good question, and hopefully that helps y'all out a little bit, just knowing the way I do it. And so I'm trying to think if there was any other questions, things that I can think about. I'll go back through the comments. I'm running a little behind on comments and replies, just because the timetable of trying to get this one done and the time I'm investing into it. Still trying to post some video. So, but before I get to the 10-minute mark, because I'm probably in the 5-6 or so minute mark already, I'm going to close this one out and say, obviously, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I did get a new subscriber today. I think it was Mr. Ron. I can't remember the last name. I think it was Ron. But I'll probably double check that before I post this video, and maybe put it in the next one and cover that. So again, thank y'all. Y'all stay tuned. See what I can get into. All right, y'all. Quick insert here. I'm taking a little break. Give me some water. Sit in the shade for a minute. I'm just about done cleaning out the other half of the trenches. And first of all, pro tip: if you have to do clay irrigation, don't. Yeah, it just, man, this is some hard stuff up here. I had two of the little cutoffs for the one zone over there, the tee-offs. I didn't have enough room. Didn't feel comfortable trying to turn a trencher in there sideways without getting onto the lawn next door. So I decided that I would just, use the pick, because they were only about 4 or 5 foot long. I got here at 4:30ish. Yeah, and it's almost 7, and I can almost bet you that half of the time I've been here was spent right over there cleaning those little short runs out. In the last, let's say, 10 minutes, I've gone from right there at the front of the house, right there, in that trench, all the way up to the front flag up there, from the address sign almost. Kind of hard to see. And then down the middle part, right there, to where you see the shovel standing up. So, and back up to the other flag, up there close to that pipe. So, it's pretty easy sweeping out the bottom. Do your best also with the trencher to keep your depth as level as possible. Some loose dirt does fall back in there, and it's good to kind of clean it out. Maybe that way when you pack it, if it has any really low spots in it, it could flex down and possibly crack the pipe. So keep an eye out for that. Try to keep it level in the bottom of the trench, and try to keep the little ridges out of there, especially if you're in the clay land. And sand land, it probably doesn't matter as much, but in the clay land, that stuff's hard, and when you're running along scooping with that trenching shovel and you hit one of them little rises in that clay, the shovel's not going to break through it, and you're liable to jam a shoulder or an elbow or something. So just another tip there. I about got it all cleaned out, like I said, and I got 2 zones ready to come up the other side. So what I'll probably do is lay all my pipe out for those, and probably the last zone as I go. That way the pipe will be there. I can then carry my fitting box around with me, and I'll go ahead and drop all of these are the ones I put all of these together earlier before I came over here to the job. So all of my end pieces with the flex, got all those. I'm pretty sure I got them all right. I've got a few extras if I need a 90 instead of a T or something like that, as far as the piece that the barb goes in. So I'm gonna finish up my break. Got my water bottle, and I'll probably drink one more, and then finish cleaning out this last probably got about 80 feet of trench left or so to scoop out, but it's up here in the front. I don't think there's any really big roots or anything in there, so should be reasonably quick. I would probably say 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most, maybe even a little quicker than that. But that's where I'm at. Just throwing some tips in there, let y'all know what's going on, and then once I get the pipe and stuff laid out, I'll just kind of show you what I'm talking about. I know y'all probably know or understand laying it out, but just kind of show you what I'm talking about as far as that goes, so y'all kind of got a visual of it. So stick around and I'll be back. Alright y'all, real quick, as it stands right now, this is all the pipe I got left, 5 sticks. So or what I'm roughly gonna have left, and I basically used every fitting I had planned to use, so I will have no excess fittings from the ones I bought for this job. I have this zone run up the side. You can see stops here, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spray heads on this side, so this is a zone to itself. The next zone, which I'm running, comes up, goes around, and it runs up. There's 1 head right about there. I think you can see that flag, and I got to make that turn. I actually was a 90 short, but I'll get into that in a moment, or 2 90s, but that's okay. I got something to make it work. Just wanted to go over this before it got too dark, as you can tell. Sorry, I had to let my brain catch up with what I wanted to say. So you can see I got a lot of these fittings and stuff laid out. So this zone that I'm running goes up here, and it will turn and go this way. The other zone will turn and go this way. The other zone will have a T right there, and then it will actually have 2, because it'll have the T for the head, and then the T to allow the line to go out to the last head there, and also turn this corner. So the zone that I'm in will turn, and since I don't have a 90, I do have a T, which will allow me to make this 90, and then all I got to do here is take a short piece and a cap and close it off, and then once I do that, it's essentially a homemade 90. So a little improvisation there, or whatever the word is, but improvising, short of fitting. And then that zone will come down here, and turn back this way. And then there'll be a head here. It'll make a junction out. And I got these pipe kind of overlapped, so that basically where if I cut this pipe here, it should give me enough to tee off and go to that head over there. And then it'll come on down to right here. And since I don't have one more 90 for this one, I could do what I did over the other junction, or what I may do is just cut a longer piece of the flex pipe, put the fitting here on the end, and just let the flex pipe go over to the corner. So improvising a little bit, but that's where I'm at, and we'll see how much more I do, because it's obviously dark. I did get some good news though. Turn the camera on. I did get some good news from the customer, at least for me, is they could not get the sod delivered this weekend, which was the original plan, so I was really hustling. I'm still going to try to have a big majority of this thing done. If nothing else, at least have the head set or set in, and the system ready to turn on, and all of that stuff. Well, or at least have it ready to flush, and then I'll have to set the heads another day, because I had to flush the system before I put the heads on. Don't want to blow sand or just any little bit of particles of sand or clay particles, whatever, from out here in the line. I don't want them jamming up into filters in these heads and messing them up, so gotta be careful of that. So that's the last footage I'm gonna get for today. So I'm roughly gonna have about 4 or 5 sticks of pipe left. So out of, there's 10 in a bundle, and I had 5, so out of about 85, yeah, out of about 85 sticks, I'm gonna have 4 or 5 left. So still pretty good. But we'll see. I'm not done yet, so I may need a few pieces somewhere else, so that may cut one of those in half. But hope you're enjoying everything. A few pointers in there today, and I can't remember if I shouted them out at the beginning of the video, so I don't have to go back and watch the whole thing over again. I want to shout out to Ray over at Ray's Lawn and Landscape, and I also want to give one to Mr. Ronaldo over at Big Sons Lawn Care, because he's been watching the last few videos. He watches almost every one of my videos, I believe. I don't think he's missed one. But so shout out to Ronaldo, and also once again to my late night labor brother, Mr. Randall over at Elite Landscape Life Stories. He commented on the video yesterday. I've had a couple people comment and said that they've never really gotten into the irrigation thing, so maybe I need to come collaborate with somebody, and let's do an irrigation job, or y'all can come collaborate with me on another one. So I may have another one lined up before too long. I got to get in touch with a gentleman or check and see, because I haven't heard from him yet. But again, shout out to those guys, and yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap up this zone, and I got pipe laying out here. Maybe it'll be okay. Hopefully we won't have any material bandits, but I guess it's a risk, since yeah, I'm not gonna get zone 6 put in this evening, so I'm gonna try to finish up here with most of zone 5, and then what I may do is just lay the pipe down in the trench to make it look like it's laid. And then I can just take it out and stand it up, let any dirt that may have gotten in it from laying in the trench fall out. Yeah! Alright, so yeah, shout out to those guys, shout out to all my new subscribers. And I was actually wrong earlier. The last notification that I got And forgive me, I cannot remember his last name. I'll try to do it in the next video. It was not, I think I said I thought it was Ron or Rob. It was not. It was actually Roger. So Mr. Roger, new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Hope you enjoy the channel. And also, I think he commented on a video, so I'll have to do a reply to that. I've forgot about 8 or 9 comments I think I got to reply to. So before I get too much more winded, as I normally do, I just want to say again, thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who watches, comments, likes the videos. I appreciate all of the support, as I always want to let y'all know. And again, thank y'all. So y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.